but for the most part, I just don't like swapping.
Anna, I hate her sleep. I hate her anti because I play
Thank you.
Rein, Hog, and Jungle Queen a lot.
Y'all are sleeping on Life Weaver as a character, and I'm talking to every single person who plays Overwatch.
I'm Ooh Boy, and I'm a tank man.
I'm Trononical, and I'm a tank main.
My name is Draken, and I am a tank main.
My name is Minty, and I am a tank main.
My name's J-Chick, and I'm a tank main.
My name is Pillows, and I'm a tank main.
Before we hop into the video, I just want to let you guys know that you could sign up for these game shows or any other game show I do by joining my Discord server. I also host all of these game shows live on my Twitch, in addition to also streaming ranked and even playing other games sometimes too. I'd love to see you at my Twitch stream sometimes, so come on over and say hi. Anyways, enjoy the video and feel free to play along in the comments section.
I have an interesting question, first off. Let's just get to know each other. Who do you play, and why do you play?
I play
And I will
Doomfist.
start out. Oh, my bad. You can go.
You go.
I thought we were tanks. Let's be assertive. Come on.
I mean, like this hero a lot of time on it. I just like the flow of the gameplay. I like clip farming and quick play and bullying little children, I guess.
I also play Doomfist. My secondary is Ramatra. It's about the same with me. I just really like diving in with Doom and having that good mobility and being able to punish people who are overextending. I love choke points.
I play Sigma purely because I just like hitting people with rocks. Who doesn't like that? Also, his shield is somewhat reminiscent to Emma Frost's shields in Marvel Rivals. Even though they function differently, but I just like the whole like placing the shield wherever you want. I think it's just nice.
I like playing Reinhardt. He's just really cool. I like swinging his hammer. I love hitting big shatters.
I played the one funny character named Rein because I like bonking people in the head with Rein. I also like assaulting Mercies because I despise Mercy. Only because he's annoying to hit. As a console player myself, I don't really hit scans, and so I think it's funny when I do. Also because it's a sim from like 2017, 18-ish. It's my favorite cinematic from Overwatch. It's so beautiful. And that made me just really get into the Rein game.
I actually have a question for everyone else. Did you or did you not choose to play tank? As in, did you play tank because you wanted to do it? Or was it circumstances led you to playing tank, like filling or becoming the designated tank of your group?
I actually started on DPS mainly. Back when it was Overwatch 1, I played a lot of DPS Doom and also Sombra. But then, once it switched over to 5v5, not a lot of people wanted to play tank anymore, and Doom's role got swapped and everything. So that's when I started playing tank and learning the role more.
I don't get dictated towards mainly tank, mainly Rein, tank as well. When the cinematic came out for him, because I used to believe he played Genji because I was young, so I thought, oh, Summon Ninja, cool. Then I began to watch cinematics and stuff, like some friends play Rein and stuff. It was like, wow, tanks were really fun. I don't really like how frail I feel. I like how more tanky feel. And that's why I really began to orientate towards tank. And when Overwatch 2 hit, that really got me into tank because I felt strong, tank, even more tanky. And Doomfist became, tank as well. Same with Minty here. I used to play a lot of Doomfist, so Doomfist became a tank. It was pretty fun. So I thought just to stay in tank because I'm alone, solo Kira.
I started as DPS in this game. I remember I one-tricked Ashe for a bit. I'm not really sure why. Then I got into Hanzo, and I always wanted to play Doom. I did, and I found it incredibly fun. And so I kind of willingly did go for tank. It was just Doom is tank now in Overwatch 2. So I just play him mostly.
Yeah, so my partner was an Ana main in Overwatch 1. So I was like, oh, it would be fun if we did a synergy together. I started playing Reinhardt. It just became really fun. And I was like, wait, this is actually pretty fun. So I just kept playing him. And it's kind of like the only hero I enjoy playing now. I just don't find the other roles fun.
Somebody here has been weirdly silent.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was muted the whole time. I started playing tank. I've been playing tank since Overwatch 1. Not a Roadhog main though. I'm actually a Sigma main. Someone got to him first. But I just enjoy playing Roadhog. He was also my first tank main. Then I switched to Sigma.
Yeah, I have a quick one. What is everybody's least favorite support to go against?
I have one easy answer. So, Anna. I hate her sleep. I hate her anti because I play Rein, Hog, and Jungle Queen a lot. So Anna just her anti, since Reinhardt is I would say a support reliant tank with good since like he doesn't really have high mobility. Since yes, charge is technically no mobility, but it's high mobility. So he's kind of support reliant too. So I'm like Anna, but she's
I fully
good to have in your team.
My answer, Jatik's question to that question is Kiriko. Whenever I have to flex to like a dive tank and then I have to dive her and then she just Suzus and teleports away. I love that support is able to defend itself in this game, unlike another game, Marvel Rivals. But I hate how much Kiriko specifically can defend herself. So it just pisses me off to such an extent that I like it. My rage burns hotter than the sun at this point.
Your time is up.
Main reason why I put Drake or Hog is like he didn't really say a lot. 1, 2, I don't fully feel comfortable with his answers, but he did. Like I just don't feel good with him yet. But like this is not certain, and he was the only person that really felt some sort of weirdness.
I voted for Draken as well. He's just been very quiet, and I didn't really know who else to vote for, so that's just my one pick.
I voted for Oh Boy, partially because I was spacing out a little bit near the voting time. However, I feel like he's the least likely to be the support, and I'm voting for Oh Boy because mind games or whatever.
I voted for Pillows because I thought their answers were weirdly like shorter than everybody else's. Most people had a bit more going on with the answers, so that just stood out as odd to me.
I voted for Pillows. They just kind of seemed nervous and weren't too confident in their answers.
Yeah, I voted for Draken just because they didn't really say much, so I wasn't suspicious of anyone else yet. So that was my best.
With 3 votes against them, Draken, unfortunately, you have been eliminated.
My question for y'all is, when you are being countered, but on your main, or the character you're playing right now, so let's just say the character you're playing right now, you're being countered, who do you swap to?
Uboy here, and it's based off what tank it is. Example, if it was like, let's say with Matcha, I would go Hog, as I can use my hook to disable his block and hook him into our team. If it was on like Visa, I would go to Zarya, because Zarya can go for use a beam, go for, spin. I don't play Risa. It's really based on what situation it is, more than, what it is. Thanks to counter swapping, I hate counter swapping so much. Outside of that, I've learned at least the generalized characteristics of most Brawl tanks. I love playing Brawl, Brawl's my favorite, and I know how to play most Brawl tanks, I would say. So it's really based on the situation.
I don't counterpick, especially not on Doom, because if I swapped off Doom every time I got counterpicked, I wouldn't get to play him. So I just play into my counters and hope for the best. Ramatra is my secondary purely because once hero bans were implemented, Doom started getting banned like almost every other match, so I needed somebody else to turn to. It's only very rarely, if like the team has 4 counters, that I'll swap over to Ram and use him instead.
I completely agree with Minty. As a residential Doom main, I stay Doom, and if Doom gets banned, I go Hazard, and that's probably my second best tank I can play, so that's what I go.
I'm mostly just a one trick, so often I don't want to swap, but I do have a set of tanks that I do switch to. So if I'm playing Reinhardt, I'm just struggling in a game. I feel like my Rein is just way better than my other tanks, but sometimes I will swap if I really need to. I'll maybe try Winston or Hazard have been, they're like my other 2 picks for the most part, to be honest. But for the most part, I just don't like swapping.
To answer my own question, whenever I get countered, specifically as Sigma, because I believe the hardest counter to Sigma is probably Zarya, because she can bubble his rocks and just eat them. I will generally go Winston to do less damage to those bubbles and to just apply more pressure to her since I'm constantly diving. Then I get countered as Winston when the Zarya swaps to like Roadhog or like Orisa. Granted, I don't think Orisa into Winston's like the greatest ever, but and then I'll have to go from Winston to like Diva or something, and it's like a whole cycle, and I love it, but I hate it. And there was one game where I had to like mind game like this person for like I matched with him like 3 times. If my friends are watching, they can attest to this into the chat or whatever. I had to mind game them in the pre-select lobby of when you're selecting your character. I was literally like, okay, they're going to expect me to play this, so I'm going to play that, and then I will counter them as Orisa, and they play like Roadhog. No, not Roadhog, Reinhardt. I love it, but I hate it.
I would like to add one more thing. I completely agree with the Dooms saying, oh, if I don't have to counter swap, I won't. But like, Ryan is really easy to counter swap. Like a Ramacha, boom, could just completely destroy his shield play. Or like Orisa could block most of his abilities. But if it's like a small counter, I won't swap. But like, if it's like a big counter, like I said, Orisa or Bam, I would swap.
I do feel like in some situations, depending on how much better you are on a certain tank, it is just more worth it for you to play into your counter. I think there are ways to play against those two. They are not hard counters in my opinion. I'm gonna ask, what are your favorite supports to play with?
I really like playing with an Ana. Wu Yang has started to grow on me because his ult is just it's just the delete them button if you're playing Tracer or Doom or Sombra or something like that with mobility.
Your
Underrated,
time
really
is
underrated.
Unfortunately.
I'm gonna say Polo because I personally think that Ramacha and Orisa doesn't hard counter. I think it's playable, but I still think they're hard counters because they can just delete your abilities. It doesn't mean you can't win against them. I just feel a little bit off of that. And also, someone said it before in the last voting, they're just quiet. Like, not quiet, but they don't say a lot. It's like they're trying to pound with other opinions. I just feel off about it. That's what y'all.
I voted for Pillows. They said something about just like they don't prefer to swap or to counter swap, but I don't feel like the energy or the grit or the commitment that like Minty and I would have, you know, maining Doom to just play into the counters, play around it, do your best. That seems a bit shaky to me.
Pillows, I'm so sorry. I did not want to vote for you, but it just kind of felt like your answers were almost like vaguey, almost like you were trying to sidestep it a little bit, almost like I don't know how to articulate it, but it just feels like you're avoiding the question a little bit. And I'm so sorry. I really didn't want to vote for you.
I voted for Oh Boy. When the discussion of counters came into play, for me, it seemed odd that like a Reinhardt would have like struggles into counters like Orisa. Ramacha makes sense. I get that matchup, but not having as much of a commitment when going against Orisa was a little odd to me. I think that matchup is a little bit more even.
I voted for JTech. It was simply just like, I don't know, I was kind of reaching for some sort of reasoning to vote someone. They stumbled over a couple choice of heroes and I was like, okay, maybe was the only thing I could really think.
So, Pillows, unfortunately, you have been eliminated, so you can go join our other gamer in the little elimination corner.
I have a great question. My favorite thing about playing tank is the ults. I think tank ults are really good, like, fight starters. So which ult do you like pairing your tank ult with the most? For me, Grav is great, but also, if I'm not pairing ults and I'm just diving in, like Trononical said, going in with a Wu Yang ult around me is awesome. But yeah, what's your favorite ult combos with the other characters?
One of my besties is a Bastion main, and whenever I'm playing with him and I have to play Zarya every now and then, sometimes I'll just crap out my Grav and then he'll use his like the Bastion ult. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. Like it is as great as like the interior design of a Cracker Barrel. Like it's so good. I don't even know how to explain it.
My favorite ult combo with Rein ult is mostly any ult that's like has either good AoE or anything that can boost me. Like Nana would be nice with Shadow, or like Junkrat Retire makes it easier for him, or Reaper Blossom, so he can hit all the people targeting in Shadow. That's mainly it.
What do you guys know about Space Jam with Grav and Doom ult? Or what do you know about Alley Oop with Sigil? And there are new ones that the names aren't really official. With Malga ult, I call it Fish in a Barrel. I don't really have one with Queen ult. That one's actually pretty good. It's underrated. But what I was going to say from earlier is a support that's underrated with tanks a lot is if you Mercy boost. A Mercy boosted empowered Doom Punch, it does like 210 damage. It's ridiculous.
To join up on that Doom's previous question about good supports to have, let's all say it. My favorite support to have is Ana. I hate fighting Ana, but I like having Ana in my team. She has really good abilities to be annoying. Those abilities are really nice to have in my side.
I agree wholeheartedly. Ana is the worst to fight against because every time you try to dive into a backline, it's either her or Brig stopping you. But on my team, I do appreciate Sleep. I appreciate Nade. Nano's always good. Besides Ana, I guess Curie could be a good support. She can cleanse all the CC. She can back up my dives. So she's also a fun one to work with, especially if the enemy team has that Ana.
JTIC speaking. My favorite support to have on my team is a Lifeweaver. One of my besties is a Lifeweaver player. I love her to death, and she will always pull me out like in the prime times, perfect petals, perfect everything. Y'all are sleeping on Lifeweaver as a character, and I'm talking to every single person who plays Overwatch.
I do agree with you. He is my second favorite support to have in my team.
Well, thank you for seeing my vision.
It depends on the Weaver, if I'm being honest. Like, in theory, I do love the idea of a support that can, like, get me out of a sticky situation if I make the wrong dive. But also, Lifeweaver can completely mess up Doom's momentum, and that can be way more annoying than the benefit of, like, getting pulled out of a bad dive choice.
Your time is up.
I picked Jack, if I said that right, or Jack. I wasn't really sure, okay? Like, I wasn't really sure, to be honest. Like, I was doubtful with this choice. This was really hard, but some things you said wasn't mixed with me. Like, not as, like, a tank player thing, but, like, generalized. So I just had to pick you because I think the two other people are truthful.
It's JTech, right?
Yes, that's how you pronounce my username.
I voted you pretty much same reason as Uboy. Everybody just seems a bit more solid. It's not like that you did like said anything wrong or whatever. It's just the others just feel a bit more believable, especially Minty, my fellow Doom main.
I voted Uboy mostly just to vote for someone because at this point I do feel like we've already voted off the support, but it was there was no other reason just to vote someone.
I also voted for JTech. It was unfortunately the Lifeweaver glazing that got me. It's probably just my bias as a Doom main talking, but that was what compelled me to vote for them. But I do think the imposter was somebody else that we already got rid of.
So, JTIC, unfortunately, you have been eliminated. Pack them bags and get out of here.
You're a tank player in my heart.
To the 3 people remaining, if you think the imposter has been eliminated and you would like to end the game now, please take 1 step forward. To those who are remaining, the 3 of you guys, do you think that you got the imposter out, or are you having some doubts?
I think we got them. I think we got them.
I'm very confident.
All right.
I'm confident because since the first round, I think these 2 were safe from the first round because they had the best answers in the first round and every round after that.
3, 2, 1.
Wow.
You were incorrect. The imposter was, in fact, Minty.
It was me!
Nobody saw that one coming. I don't think anybody voted for Minty. So you were one of the people voted out, but obviously you are a tank player. Can you tell us like how you felt when you saw all those votes against you?
I guess I wasn't shocked. I'm just kind of quiet. It's late where I am. I'm just a quiet person, so it makes sense.
And who did you? Oh, sorry, pickups. Who did you think the imposter was or could have been, or did you like have no idea the whole show?
I'm not gonna lie, I did have my suspicions on Minty, but I didn't want to accuse anyone.
What made you suspicious of Minty?
I think it was the agreeableness, I suppose.
Okay. Do you think that if you didn't get voted out early on, that maybe you could have like put up a good argument against Minty and possibly have changed the outcome of the game?
Yeah, I think if I had thought ahead a little more, instead of just voting with a gut feeling.
Hello, Minty. So you were one of the only imposters in the history of Imposter Watch who have actually made it to the end and won. How do you feel?
I feel pretty good considering nobody even voted for me once.
Yeah, I think you killed it. And the fact that everybody was so sure that they didn't vote you out, that's how I was kind of playing into that a little bit. Like, oh yeah, you guys are super sure, so you have nothing to worry about. And I'm sitting here like rubbing my little grimy paws like, they have no idea. Did you like study or like, did you just come in here winging it, or what was the game plan?
So I first started playing Overwatch 2 on Season 2, and I played it on my Switch before I had a PC, and then I actually did play Doomfist. I was bronze, and I quickly swapped over to support, and started playing Moira. But I used that, like, 2 weeks of me playing Doomfist as my like starting ground of like making my little persona. And then I just went from there. I mean, even as a support main, I know how the other mains operate, and I knew that there would be a Doom player here, and my game plan was find the Doom player and just agree with everything he says, and he'll have my back. And that's kind of what happened.
So you really metagamed it. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Did you have kind of a plan to where you were gonna try to like make other people seem like the imposter, or were you just gonna try to stick to your own answers and play the game the best you can yourself?
I did both for sure. I mean, when Draken's mic wasn't working, and they weren't saying anything, I made sure to call it out and be like, somebody's being a little quiet. And every time I voted for someone, I tried to give an excuse that seemed genuine, while also like putting suspicion on them.
I thought that was really well played because there have been times where, unfortunately, the imposters get voted out in the first round just because they didn't speak that much, whether it's like due to like for a suspicious reason, or they just didn't really have time because other people were talking too much. So the fact that you are like kind of the first imposter to like use that in your favor instead of have that work against you, I think that was really well played. So anyways, congratulations. I think you're like maybe like the 3rd imposter ever to win an imposter watch. Would you like to know what your prize is?
Oh my gosh, what?
Absolutely nothing. Go away. Get off my game show.
Oh.
Goodbye.
To the 1, to the 1, to the 3. I play easy mode and I play to win. I love to die and I like to BRB. All systems checked out. Group up with me. 2 to the 1, to the 1, to the 3. I'm here to party. GG. A giant gorilla can keep up with me. You can't be serious. I'm